My friends, before we get started, I need to say one quick thing. I'm honestly surprised that 58.5% of the people watching these videos still aren't subscribed. My goal is to reach my first 500 subscribers, and I can only get there with your help. So, if you enjoy meat, real cooking, and no-nonsense food content, please hit that subscribe button. It costs you absolutely nothing, but for me it means one more step toward that goal. Alright, that's enough talk. Let's get into the good stuff. Hey everyone, welcome back to Upside Down channel. Today we are making something seriously good. Homemade jerky in a dehydrator. No grill, no smoker, no outdoor setup, just a home kitchen, good meat, simple ingredients, and the result that turns out absolutely fantastic. This is one of those snacks that disappears fast. It's rich, flavorful, satisfying, and perfect for both adults and kids. Once you make jerky like this at home, store-bought stuff just doesn't feel the same anymore. Now, let's move on to the marinade. For the marinade I am using sunflower oil, soy sauce, paprika, barbecue seasoning, salt, a little dried garlic, and some black pepper. Be careful with the salt, because soy sauce already adds quite a bit of saltiness on its own. Mix everything together well so that spices spread evenly, the flavors combine properly, and the marinade becomes rich and aromatic. Moving forward, we prepare the meat. To make slicing easier, I lightly froze it beforehand. That makes it firmer, which helps cut it into thin, even slices. And that part really matters, because the more even the slices are, the more evenly the jerky will dry. So we take our time and slice the meat carefully into thin, even pieces. Once it's done, add in the sliced meat into the marinade and mix everything thoroughly. Every piece should be coated properly so it can soak up all that flavor. After that, the meat goes into the fridge to marinate. About 4 hours is enough at minimum, but of course, if you have more time, longer it's even better.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
In my case, the meat marinated for about 24 hours, and the smell was absolutely incredible. Once the meat is fully marinated, it's time to load the dehydrator. Lay the pieces out evenly across the trays, carefully filling the entire surface of each level. Don't trust this part, it's a bit repetitive, sure, but it's important if you want everything to dry properly and evenly. My dehydrator has 5 levels and it holds a pretty decent amount of product, so you can make a solid batch in one go. Once all the meat is in place, it's time to start drying. First, I set the dehydrator to 60 degrees Celsius for about 4 hours.
A few moments later.
After some time, I opened it up to check the progress, and the smell at that point was just unreal. The meat already looked amazing, and you could clearly see that everything was going exactly the way it should. Just to help the drying stay even, I swapped the trays around a bit, moving the lower level up to the top. Then I closed it again, lowered the temperature to about 50 degrees Celsius, and left it for several more hours. In the end, the full process took around 6-8 hours in total.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
And the result? Yeah, the jerky came out absolutely beautiful. Packed with flavor, full of aroma with that perfect texture, just an outstanding homemade snack. Honestly, I could barely stop myself from eating it straight out of the dehydrator while transferring it into the container. That's usually the best sign. What I really like about this recipe is how simple it is. It doesn't require complicated gear or special conditions. Yes, it takes time, but the actual work is minimal. And the final result is more than worth it. This is real food, bold flavor, proper texture, and a snack that both kids and adults will happily keep reaching for again and again. So, if you enjoy meat recipes, dehydrator cooking, and honest homemade food, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. That support really means a lot and helps me keep making more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.